Hit him upside the head with it through over there.
You mean murdered? He was murdered? Oh, I knew someone would do it someday.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. He was a rotten old meanie anyway. Of course, he realized it had to be one of them. Maybe Miss Pompo. Well, it had to be someone very close by. It happened just after the lights went out. We all heard the thud when he fell off his chair.
Sure. It wasn't but a few seconds later, but I thought I heard the door open and somebody running.
Too bad he couldn't DDT. You know, drop dead twice. He was a nasty old party pooper and he deserved the DDT.
What a terrible thing to say. I didn't like him either, but the poor man is dead now. We should have some respect.
Yeah, nobody liked him, but geez.
Holy smokes! What happened? I was over checking on the blackout, then I heard a lot of noise over here. What's buzzing, cousin?
Old After kicked the bucket and the sheriff says he didn't kick it by himself.
My friends, it is confirmed. Principal Geriatric is dead. It appears that
I thought Bill Rogar said someone hit him on the head with his stick.
That's what bludgeon means.
Then why didn't Doc Nessenberg just say that?
I'll need the body taken back to my office for a full autopsy. I expect to be conducting an investigation, Sheriff. This obviously wasn't an accident.
Yes, it looks that way. No one is to leave here. Where's Jim Shorts? Who's just outside the malt shop door with you?
Muscle man? He agitated the ground with his heels on fire when the candles went out. Said he had a cutout back to his pad and make it square with his old man. He'll scream back flat out. He did.
He said that Jim ran off when the lights went out. He went back home to tell his dad about the race before you did. He'll be back any minute.
Well, you better be. You're taking off like that. Doesn't look too good right now. The rest of you stay here until I get back on the docks.
Hey, this is big news. As a member of the press in this town, I got a responsibility to report this. I'll be right next door at my station, Sheriff. You can talk to me there.
I like to keep this quiet, Miss Eric.
And why is that, Sheriff? The public has a right to know what's going on.
I guess so. But make sure you're only reporting the facts. Just that Mr. Etchick is dead and that I'm conducting an investigation. That's it. Now that's the questions for you, young lady. Your station is right next door, so I have to consider you a suspect as well.
Wow, what a story. And I can report the investigation from the inside since I'm a suspect, too. Cool.
Nice.
I'll have to get the body back to the morgue, Doc. I know you'll be able to tell me more once you've done an autopsy.
Yes, I should be able to find out more. Of course, we won't be able to get a fingerprint done tomorrow, as the state police wants to come to do it. You make sure to preserve that case. My opinion is that was a murder weapon. A mark on his head matches the shape of the cane.
Thanks, Doc. I'll need all the facts I can get to catch the person who did this.
I wonder who killed him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Any clock can have facts, but having an opinion is an art. Now you know, Sheriff, that I couldn't have done it. I'm the head of the school board and should be treated with more respect. And Ginger is too. She's been a trusted employee of this town for decades. We are innocent.
Miss Dreadful, everyone in the malt shop and in the immediate vicinity will be considered a suspect. Till I can verify alibi and the facts, no one is to leave.
Why never? How embarrassing. To be treated like a criminal this way? Your murderer had to be one of them. They all hated him and they all wanted him dead.
Despite this, I assure you, I'll do my job thoroughly. As I said, everyone in or near the malt shop is under suspicion. Now please excuse me. Doc and I need to get this body moved. And I repeat, no one is to leave here, except Hedda. And if Jim Shorts does return, you all make sure he stays here.
Guys and dolls, stable the horses, roll up the rug, and listen. I've got a word from the bird that will knock you over like a feather. Big news! Old Principal Attrick has arrived in Deadsville. It's true. When the lights went out at the malt shop, Daddy kicked the bucket. And folks, he had help. This was no accident. He was knocked off. The heat is asking all kinds of questions and looking for a killer. And yours truly is one of the suspects. What a hoot! Now, don't you worry. I'll make sure you hear it all first. Stay tuned to WGEL for breaking news. Here's a word from this hour's sponsor, Ray's General Store, right here in Mahalla. They have a penny candy and variety of flavors. And homemade cheese on sale by the block this week only. That's Ray's Grocery Store, folks. Now, here's a sparky tune to pass the time. Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis.
You got your love like a man sing. You broke my will, but what a freak. That's crazy. Ball of fire.
What drama? Oh, I'll be able to play such a wonderful witness. I don't think my dress is right for a crime story, though. I should go home and change. I've got this fabulous dress that would be perfect.
No, you can't. The sheriff said no one is supposed to leave. And what do you mean, witness? You didn't see anything. It was dark. You're a suspect just like the rest of us. You even said earlier you'd like to see him dead. That's right.
Who are you? Howdy doody. Everybody here wanted that old squirt dead. Could have been you too, pom-pom girl. You hated him just as much as anybody. Is it Rule 29 one where you and Bobby sit in detention for no chanting on school grounds?
And oh no!
It's true, nobody liked him. All of us wanted him dead. But I wonder who actually had the guts to do it. Those old bats had it up for him too. It could have been one of them. The doc and the sheriff said it was his cane that killed him. I wouldn't have used the cane. You can bet I would have used my bare hand.
Maybe, maybe not.
You mind your own business. You didn't like him either. It could have been you. He always made fun of you because of your stutter and put you in detention.
What a gas! Don't let her rattle your cage, Russell. She's just frosting the heat won't let us leave.
Don't have a cow. It's no sweat. We just gotta get on the stick and clear the smog in the noggin. Just watch out for cats trying to light up the tilt sign.
Huh? He said settle down. It's no big deal. We just have to get to work and look for clues. But we have to watch out for anybody lying. The real killer will try to cover her tracks.
Maybe it isn't in her. Maybe it's in him.
Right. We have to assume that everyone is guilty and then use the facts to eliminate those who couldn't have done it.
That's exactly the opposite of how you're supposed to do it.
So what? At least we're trying to stop the crime. I know I didn't do it. The sooner we find the killer, the sooner I can shake her hand and we can go home all faster.
I say we start by reenacting the events that happened after the lights went out. That's what they do on Perry Mason all the time.
That's stupid. We were here, the old folks were here, and we were all just sitting around. Noah and Jim were headed outside, and Hedda was on her way back to the station next door. They're reenacting. So who done it, Miss Street?
Well, I'm sure I don't know.
What's going on? Looks like the cat dragged in, like you don't know.
Principal Attrick is give me a D! Give me an E! Give me an A! Give me a D! What's that spell? Dead. He was murdered!
Cut it out.
It's true, and you're a suspect too, just like the rest of us. You and Noah were just outside when it happened, right when the lights went out. You cut us out.
I didn't kill him. I ran home to tell my pop about the race. I know I heard the door open. You or Noah could have come here and done it and left. You're in trouble just like the rest of us, and you had just as much reason to want him dead as anybody else. Good night. My old man's gonna cream me.
Well, I didn't do anything, but I think it was that hoodlum right there who did it all. Just because Noah dresses like a greaser doesn't mean he's a criminal. There's good in everybody. Well, if you think there's good in everybody, then you haven't met everybody.
This is nowhere, Bill.
Granny's just trying to rattle our berries. She wants us to sing, but it won't work. We're tight fixtures. So cut the gas.
Huh? He said this is nuts. Miss Dreadful's just trying to make us confess to something we didn't do, but it won't work because we didn't do it. He told her just to be quiet. Well, I never.
All right, folks, and everyone just calm down and listen. This is an official murder investigation. I'll be questioning all of you. I expect you all to tell the truth and don't leave out any details. Ms. Dreadful, I'm going to start with you. What do you remember during the time the lights went out?
I don't know anything. I didn't do it. It was one of them. The lights went out and the panic started. The door shut. Someone ran in. Whoever it was bumped my arm.
Me too. I was over by the counter. I heard the door open too. Those two boys were just outside the door.
I already told you, I ran home to talk to my dad. I got me an albino.
I think you mean alibi, Jim.
He ain't lighting up the tilt sign.
Huh? He said Jim's not lying.
Are you sure? Was he gone before or after the lights went out?
Now, Daddy-O, Jock man burned rubber like that, but it was when the candles was out. So I suppose he could have went back into his town.
He said it was after the lights went out, so Jim could have done it.
But I didn't, man. I'm not lying. I went straight to my house and then came right back here. I wouldn't have enough time. You can talk to my dad.
You can be sure I will. What do you remember, Dean?
Well, the same as was dreadful, I guess. The lights went out, we all panicked, and then everyone was running. I just really can't be sure.
So where were you standing?
Right there, by the counter.
Did you notice anyone move by you? Ms. Dreadful said she did. You would have been near her.
Nope, I don't think so. It was so dark and so loud with everyone screaming, I just can't be sure.
Right. Well, someone committed this crime right under all our noses. We've got to find out who did it. I won't rest until I found the killer.
All right, guys and dolls, get your neighborhood knows. Head up full of air. It's time to talk fads and fashion. Favorite fad is still a hula. Just last night there was a hula hoop contest at the Lutheran Church. Pastor Don won after keeping his hoopla for a record 14 minutes. Go faster! Second and third on the bad list are the coonskin cap and the yo-yo. Boy, I sure do love the yo-yo. Now, this week's fashion report. For the ladies, twin sets, poodle skirts, and a sailor look are big right now. For the fellas, leather jackets, dungarees, and t-shirts with the sleeves rolled up are too cool. Pink and black are the colors of choice. This hour's sponsor is Wallow Lane's Bowling Alley. They have open things for you bowling enthusiasts. And the snack bar is open until 11 p.m. Come on out and tip some tins this Saturday night. Newsflash, Sheriff Colin Allcars has requested an interview with yours truly. It's my turn to tell all.
Hedda, I need to ask you a few questions. I would prefer if it isn't on air.
Now why is that, Sheriff? I don't have anything to say that the whole town can't hear. Actually, I think it's a good idea. Freedom of the press and all that. Anything I say to you is a public record anyways. Might as well keep it live and on the airwaves.
Well, I guess it doesn't make much difference if everyone hears what you have to say. Now, when the lights went out, where were you?
I was on my way back to the station getting a cherry cola at the malt shop. I had my turntable set to play K-Rock. I figured I had about 8 or 9 minutes to get a drink and come back.
Did you see anyone coming to the malt shop?
Well, Noah and Jim and Schwartz were standing outside. Just then, the lights went black, inside and out. I thought I heard the malt shop door open.
Are you sure? Did you bump into anyone out there?
Well, no.
So what'd you do then?
I hopped back to my station to see if power was out here too. Once it came back on, I reset my turntables to play 3 more. Then I headed back to the malt shop. I had heard all the screaming.
Right, you weren't already in there when the lights came back on. I would have noticed you. Did you see whether or not your church was still standing outside?
No, Noah said he'd gone to tell his pop something.
Well, thanks, Hedda. Your statement has been very helpful.
Well, folks, there you have it. It seems like the sheriff has his work cut out. I'll keep it in the loop. Now, let's listen to the latest from Elvis Presley. Here's Wade Shores.
On the show, get ready now, go, cat, go, step on the blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but that the old blue suede shoe. Well, you can knock me down, step on my hips, step on my knees.
Well, Sheriff, what have you found out? Why, that on-air interview we just heard was simply ridiculous. I normally pay no attention to the evening news. That's why they begin with good evening and they proceed to tell you why it's not a good evening. But that's neither here nor there. That girl had a strong motive for killing Jerry. She said she'd only been in here a few minutes before the lights went out, and she'd already want him dead. But she neglected to tell you that, didn't she, Sheriff? Ginger and I both heard it.
Yeah, I don't understand when those of us started to question can't believe.
Ladies, this is an ongoing investigation. No one is going to leave until I've found the killer. If you have to stay here all night, then so be it.
Well, Jerry may have been right about something. This is utter nonsense. You, Sheriff, are taking your badge and your office way too far here.
It's dreadful, ma'am. Colin is just trying to do his job. We all need to help him by doing whatever we can.
Colin, is it? I've heard rumors going around about you, too. Yep. Heard of you the other day. Something about,
At your last school, and the principal there ended up dead, and you having something to do with it?
It's not true. I had nothing to do with it. He was poisoned by his wife. She accused me of it. But it wasn't true. It wasn't.
Is it true, though?